Welcome students for today's session. We are in Unit 1. The first day we learned about what is a town, what is a country, and how to write an informal letter. And the second day you learned the lifestyles of country and the town and how to write a reply letter. And today we are going to learn the attitudes of the people. The people those who are living in the town, people those who are living in the country, how they feel, where they want to live, what kind of life they want to live, where they want to live. These are the ideas in the minds of the people that run. So attitude, their attitude. Suppose, for example, if I live in a town, I want to live in a village. If a person living in a village, he wants to live in a town. Why? Because I don't know what is there in the country, and the person who is living in the country, he doesn't know what is in the town. So that the curiosity makes the people to experience different things. So that they want to explore different things. So here we are going to learn something from these poems. Poem, the town child. The town child is a poem. This is the word. How to pronounce is a poem, not poem, but usually mostly accepted pronunciation. Now these days is a poem. But the correct pronunciation of this word is a poem. The town child. The town child is a poem, and how it is written. Poem. You also can write a poem. I also write a poem. So when you write a poem, it doesn't need any grammar. You can write, you can put your ideas in a line and make sure there is some rhythm that goes in the poem. But you don't need to write in a grammatical way like a prose. If you look at this poem, there is no grammar, there are no very high vocabulary. In the poems, you are supposed to use a simple language where you understand, where others also understand. We have to understand the poem in an easy terms. That's why the poem is supposed to be written in a simple language. And this poem also is written in a simple language. The town child poem and the country child poem we are going to read. First, I would like to chant this. Or let us sing this poem for you. Listen carefully, follow in your book. I live in the town in a street. It is crowded with traffic and feet. There are buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lambs. This is the first stanza. Second stanza. The houses are waiting in a row. There is smoke everywhere that I go. I don't know the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. Third stanza. There's only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. There is plenty of room in the blue for castles of flowers and me too. So this is the poem written by Irene Thompson. Well, now I would like to read the poem for you line by line and explain. If you look at the poem, you see the first line. I live in the town. The town child is saying, I live in the town, and in the town where he is living in a street. So you can see in the towns, when you go and visit a town, in a town there are plenty of streets, and every street is given a name. So the town child is living in a street. Well, next time, it is crowded with traffic and feet. How the street is now? The town child is living in a street, and how the street is? It is crowded with traffic. So when you go to a town, the town is completely filled with vehicles. 24 hours vehicles will be moving. 24 hours people will be moving. Why? Because during the night also lights are there, even the construction works and different kinds of office works will be going on, and people go around, and the town will be like a day, even during the night. So the town is completely with the traffic and feet. Crowded means people gather. People gather too much. And what do you mean by feet? Feet means people. And the town is filled with the traffic, with the different kinds of, vehicles, and also with people. They come from the villages for different purposes to the town. Well, next time, there are buses and motors and trams. So what do you find in the town, in the streets? You can find buses, you can find different kinds of motors, two-wheelers, four-wheelers, different cars and autos, and the rickshaws, different kinds of vehicles you can find, different motors you can see in the streets of a town. And along with that, you also find trams. Trams, okay, in our towns now you cannot see them. For example, take Sangareddy, you don't find trams. If you go to city like Hyderabad, you don't find trams there. And in Indian, even metropolitan cities, I don't think so we have trams here in the country, in our country. But I heard some people saying there are trams available in Kolkata. I have not gone to Kolkata, I cannot see. But anyway, you can see the trams in the foreign countries. What is a tram? It is an electric vehicle. It looks like a train. For example, if you watch movies, in some of the movies they show you this kind of trams when the vehicle like a train that goes on a track. That is called a tram, electric vehicle. It looks like a tram, like with one coach. They go on a tram. That is called the trams. So there are buses and motors and trams. So different vehicles you can see in the streets of a town. And now, what the poet is saying, the town child is saying, I wish there were meadows and lands. The child one who is living in the town is wishing that there should be meadows. What do you mean by meadows? Green patches, green lands, where completely covered with the green grass. That is called the meadows. And lambs, the goats, kids are called the sheep, is called lambs. Small goats or sheep, they are called lambs. Now the town child is imagining if this town is, if it is like this, meadows and lambs, so he would enjoy. So you can see in the book, you can see the picture. He is imagining the town. You can see here there are trams, buses, the what you call the buildings. They are constructed in a line. All the houses are in a line, as if they are waiting for somebody. As if they are waiting to receive somebody. They are constructed. You see, and the child is going to the school in the town. So this is the town situation, and he is imagining this situation where you can see lot of trees, lot of mountains and hills. You can see green grass where the lambs are grazing. They are eating grass, green grass. This is the situation he wants to have in the town. So what you can understand by this poem is that the town child doesn't like to live in the town. He wants to live in a village. He wants to live in a country. This is what he is saying. Let me sing for you once again. Following the book. I live in the town in a street. It is crowded with traffic and feet. There are buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lambs. The houses are built in a row. There is smoke everywhere that I go. I don't like the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. There's only one thing that I love, and that is the house and me too. So this is the poem, The Town Child. Having said that, let us move to the country child poem. Here, the country child is writing this poem and what he wants. What is the attitude of a child who is living in the country? Let us see in the poem. I will sing this poem also for you. My home is a house near a wood. I live in a street if I could. The lanes are so quiet, oh dear. I do wish that someone lived near. There's no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall. And I should be lonely for us, worried not for birds and the flowers. I wish that I lived in a town to see all the trams going down. A twinkling street that is bright with wonderful colors at night. So, this what the country child is writing. Now, let us see line by line what the country child wants. Well, the first line, my home is a house near a wood. Then our country child is saying, what is saying? I am living in a village around, surrounded by trees. Wood means what? Tree here. So, near the trees, he built a house and he is living in a house surrounded by trees. Now, I live in a street if I could. So, he is living in a street. In the village house, you can see there are streets. There are some houses built in a street. To a street, either side you can find some houses. The lanes are so quiet, oh dear. Now, he is saying, where he is living, those lanes, those streets are so quiet, so calm. It is silent there. I do wish that someone lived near. So, the country child is saying, someone should be living here because he is feeling alone. Why? Because there is no noise, there is nobody around him. So, he is feeling lonely there. That's why he wants somebody to stay near to him. He wants somebody to live near to him. So he is wishing. You saw in the town child poem, the town child wants to live in a country. But here, the country child wants to live in a place where that is different from the country. The second stanza. There is no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall. So now what he is saying? There is no one who is near to him to play with him. He is alone. That's why he is feeling boredom. That's why he wants somebody near to him to play with him. And he is looking around him and he could see the trees are so tall, so high. But what he can do? He can climb. You can see some children coming to our school, coming from the villages. They have this habit of climbing the trees. And unfortunately, sometimes some of them, fall down and break their hands or legs. But anyway, but you see, the children those who are living in the villages, they have, different things they learn. They learn how to climb trees. They learn how to swim in the riverside when they go to canals or some rivers. Even in the wells, they learn. Swimming is good for health. It is a good skill. And climbing a tree is good, but I am not suggesting you to climb trees and break your legs or hands and afterwards saying Bhakti sir has told us to climb trees. Never complain like that. But anyway, these are some of the skills the country's children have in their lives. But here, the country child is saying his attitude. What kind of attitude he has? What is that? He is living in an area where it is completely silent and nobody is there with him to play, and around him the trees are so high and the area is so silent. But what he wants to do now? and I should be lonely for hours, were it not for the birds and the flowers. So now you can see he is alone for hours and hours. There is no one. Now, if you look at the flowers and the birds, the flowers are in a garden. They are together. If you look at the birds, you can see they are together. In the villages, if you see on the trees, plenty of birds come and play and make their nest on the branches of the trees. But here, the country child wants to live somewhere else than the country. And he is saying now where he wants to live, what he wants in his mind, the idea that is there, he is expressing. I wish that I lived in a town to see all the trams going down, a twinkling street that is bright with wonderful colors at night. These are the things that you see in the town. Now the country child is saying he wants to live in a town. Why he wants to live in a town? Why he wants to live? He wants to see all the trams going down, all the vehicles that are going up and that are coming down. So, if you see and sit on a chair in the balcony of a house in a town, you can see lots of vehicles going up and down, and there is a lot of noise that is being made by the vehicles. And one more thing that he likes in the town is a twinkling street that is bright. So in the evening comes immediately all the lights are on in the town. So houses will have different lights, in the streets will have different lights. When all the lights are on in the night, it is like heaven. Different lights and different colors you can see, and that is the beauty of the town. So the country child wants to live in a town. A twinkling street that is bright with wonderful colors at night. So during the night, different colors are seen. So looking at this, he is attracted towards the town. That is why the country child would like to live in a town. So, my dear students, what we have learned in today's lesson is the attitude of the people. The people, those who are living in the town, the people, those who are living in the country. So, they have different ideas, a different kind of attitude. One who is living in the town would like to live in a village, in a country. A person who is living in a country or a village would like to live in a town. Thank you.